This week's book rec is a book that I would literally die to get my hands on the book proposal and see what the proposal was like. It's one of my favorite nonfiction books, and it is Becoming by Michelle Obama. And I am one of probably millions of people who've suggested this book to you so far since it came out a couple years ago. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful story of her life, of what it takes to go from living in Chicago in not a wealthy neighborhood, in a poor neighborhood, and getting to be the first lady of the United States and living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which I think is the address, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I was in school. But from that transition in her life, it talks about what she had to become, who she had to be, and the women and people and support network that had to be around her to get to that spot. She never thought that she'd be the first lady of the United States. A lot of this was thrust onto her, and she handled it with such grace and poise. And you get to hear all about the behind the scenes turmoil that got her to be able to get to the point where she could be so wonderfully inspiring on stage. It is a beautiful book about becoming something greater than you ever could imagine. It's a beautiful book about becoming Michelle Obama, about how she became this icon in our world. So highly, highly suggest Becoming by Michelle Obama. And if you want to grab a copy of it, I loved it on audiobook. I read it and I had it on audiobook, and I have to say, audiobook wins. Getting to hear her tell her story herself was amazing. So if you think you want to get it on audiobook, use the link below for our Libro.fm or the link in our bio for Libro.fm. Supporting Libro.fm allows you to not only support independent bookstores, so you get your audiobook through an independent bookstore and they get a percentage of the sales. They have an amazing app. It works better than that big name audiobook company, if you know who I'm talking about. And you get to own your files. So you get to actually like share them if you want to with friends. You own your files. You can listen to them however you want. They have a great app. And if you use that link below, you get a free audiobook and we get a free audiobook. So we can keep giving you book recs. If you're more of the physical book type, check out the bookshop link that we have down below as well and in the show notes and in our bios, because bookshop allows you to support a local independent bookstore as well when you purchase your book, and we get a percentage of that sales. So it's a win-win all around. Remember to ditch that big name book company and get it from local independent bookstores. It's so important to support those bookstores because they support you and your community, and they support diverse books in a way mega bookstores don't. So go grab yourself a copy of Becoming by Michelle Obama through either one of the links below or your local independent bookstore. I guarantee this book will resonate deeply with your heart and soul and inspire you to become something even greater than you could possibly imagine.